Guys, we have a problem. Recent studies have shown that testosterone levels are falling in American men. Low T is linked to depression, low sex drive, and weight gain, so it's important to stay on top of it. You could go to a TRT clinic, but it's expensive, awkward, and in most cases, not necessary. You just need to stimulate your body's own natural testosterone production. It's time to check out the ultimate test stack at legacysubs.com. The majority of testosterone release occurs while you sleep, which is why the ultimate test stack features their best-selling sleep aid, Recovery PM. Test X9 stimulates testosterone, T-Assist inhibits estrogen, and Recovery PM gives you the best night's sleep you've ever had. You're gonna feel like a new man after trying the ultimate test stack for 30 days. If you don't believe me, check out all the verified 5-star reviews on Top Rated. Legacy Sports Nutrition is founded by 3-time world champion and SmackDown general manager, Mr. Nick Aldis, and 11-time women's champion and future Hall of Famer, Mickie James. And they personally use these products themselves. If you need more assurance, they're NSF certified, third-party lab tested, and made in the USA in an FDA-inspected facility. And because you listen to this show, you can save 10% off your order at legacysubs.com now by using Gabby at checkout. That's Gabby. That's legacysubs.com. LEGACYSUPPS.com. It's time to level up with Legacy.
It's about to get Gabby AF.
We about to get Gabby AF, Gabby AF. We about to get Gabby AF, Gabby AF. It's nothing less, cause you rocking with the best. Now we about to get Gabby AF.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Gabby AF. And I'm super excited about this episode. I brought in a good friend of mine, someone who has a huge weekend coming up, and that is the one and only Miss Thunder Rosa. Hi, Thunder. How are you?
Good. I'm here trying to have my dog not interrupt my interview with you. Okay,
Oh, your dog.
jumping on a bone, you know.
Listen, dogs love me. I think I'm a dog whisperer because even my friends, when I go over to their houses and stuff, I will be on the floor with the dog and I won't be talking to people because dogs are better than people. So he's welcome.
Okay, as long as he's welcome, it's fine.
If he starts making noises, I might, make you throw him out. But I don't really hear him right now. So let him enjoy that bone.
Perfect.
And be excited. I'm so excited to have you on. I feel like this was a long time coming. I just got to see you a lot at in Philly, but it wasn't enough for me because I miss you all the time. So
no, we were there we just hang out for one day, one full day.
Yeah. That's kind of all the dose of me that you need probably is one full day.
No, I can have more.
You could have.
I like being around you.
Yeah. So what's going on? I mean, you've kind of had a crazy week. We just watched you on Dynamite kind of go. You've been angry, which I completely understand. I would be angry if I was you as well because Toni Storm's really coming for you. She's smearing, your face paint all over your face. She's really talking shit. You got this big match coming up on Sunday. But yeah, you kind of attacked Luther.
Well, he's on my way.
Yeah.
It's what am I supposed to do? Just be shoo, move? No, it's you are on my way. You're an obstacle. What do you do with obstacles? You either go through them or jump over them. I wasn't gonna jump over them. I jumped through him.
You jumped through.
And he rolled. It was great. I was not expecting him to be rolling like that. I mean, I was trying to do a Superman punch, but it came more of a flying elbow. And all the internet broke loose. It was a great moment. But I want people to separate me being angry. Is I think the angry part it's gone. It's more of a personal business, a personal vendetta that I have right now, in trying to obtain the title that right now Timeless Toni Storm has in her hands. It's been a long time coming. I will say. She's 18 months in the making. I was out for a long time. So it's been a big process, mental, physical, and spiritual. So now that I'm in and have the opportunity, but it's never a one way, right? Just straight journey to that medal. And it's there's so many things, there's so many people involved that it's not allowing me to fully concentrate on what it's on for me on Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned how long you were out for and this injury that, you know, plagued you for such a long time. Do you think that kind of the buildup for that is even like motivational more for you to get this back? Like, do you feel like it's almost your purpose right now for your fans that have been supporting you through it and through the time that the hard struggles that you had getting better?
Yes and no. I think yes, because it's always really nice to, when you go through tribulations like that in life, to like get the prize. And no, because I feel that regardless of what happened on Sunday, it's just a testament that I still won something. It is the certainty that I can do whatever I put myself, like my mind into.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be earning a championship, winning I don't know, tournaments, getting in shape, getting mentally healthy. There's so many other things that come with, but I will love, and I feel very strong that I will be able to earn the title again, and have it, and now just like, solidify my legacy in professional wrestling.
Oh yeah. I mean, and it's so interesting that it is Toni Storm, because when you did face her last, she was such a different Toni Storm than she is now in this strange kind of, you know, dynamic of this, who she has become and what she's been doing since you've been gone. Do you look at her any differently going into this match? Are you doing something different? Because you have faced her before, but why is your mindset a little bit different now? Like,
I
how are
think
you preparing differently?
I would like to bring some of the old her. I think
Mm-hmm.
I am pretty sure I have that influence on people. Like I bring something that they don't like about themselves. And sometimes when you are in life, at work, when you don't like yourself, you change yourself, right? Either for the better or for the worse. And
Yeah.
I feel Tony right now, the trajectory that she's been going, it has worked for her. For every person that she was with, she pretty much um, betrayed to get what she wanted to get.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's the champion. Now she's the face of the women's division. She has been holding the fort for a while, but she hasn't done it in a more like honorable way. She's done it in a way where she knows she's gonna cheat, she's gonna steal the spotlight, and she's going to influence people uh, towards getting what she wants to get. Either more time with the championship, more TV time, or like what she's doing with Mariah May. It's
Right.
pretty clear. Like she doesn't. At first, she didn't have no interest in her and her being around, and she was just kind of like her pet, and she's now like, interestingly enough, like kissing her clone
Yeah.
all the time when she has an opportunity. So she's just very twisted, and those are her intentions. Yeah, she has very twisted intentions, and she's gonna do everything she needs to do to keep them, and keep the power.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of Mariah May, she just had that match with Deanna, who is also someone that you kind of have an interesting relationship with, I would say. Interesting being the key word, because you guys did team up together, and then now it's kind of this thing where you both want the same thing. So you're frenemies in this weird way where you come and save each other, help each other out, but you don't want to. So kind of explain your relationship with the Virtuosa, because it's definitely interesting.
We have a professional relationship. It's not friend. It's not frenemies. It's
Okay.
a professional relationship. Like, let's make it very, very clear.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she's the new girl on the block. She had her chance. She did a major pay-per-view where there were 16,000 people. You know, she lost, and now she's kind of bitter about it because she didn't tap out. I mean, I was watching it. Yes, again, the methods that Tony Timeless utilizes to win her matches have been very questionable, but they've been pretty effective, right? So that's something that she's really pretty bitter about, right? I mean, she talks about the new era of the virtuosa, and like she's a very condecorated wrestler, but this is another company, and you gotta kind of earn your stripes. I feel that when she came in, that was I felt it was something was stolen from me. It was my turn. I just came back from injury, but I had to wait. And you know what? It's okay, because I wasn't there to be her friend. I will go there and do matches with her when it's needed, because I know we're both are trying to go and get the same title.
Mm-hmm.
But if she's on my way, I'm gonna do what I need to do to get her out of my way. And I'm pretty sure she made it very clear yesterday that she doesn't want me to get involved. Yesterday I didn't get involved for her. It was an opportunity for me to get onto Toni Storm because she was distracted hitting her. And Toni, oh, she owed me something from last Wednesday, and where she like disrespected me, humiliated me, and not only that, she knocked me out in front of everyone on live TV, and then she smeared my face.
Yeah.
Things are not gonna. I'm just not gonna be the same person that I was 2 years ago, where I used to take a lot of shit. Like that's done. It's over with. It's not that I'm mad. It's not that the Latina is mad. No, I'm getting even. Period. This is how we do. This is how we do business. You mess with me, you mess around, you're gonna find out. And yesterday, that's what happened. And I told that to her when she was yelling at me and she started pushing me. I was like, bro, I'm not here to save you. I'm here to get her and to get whoever's on my way, because I have a big match on Sunday.
Yes. You just mentioned something super interesting, and I was going to ask you something else, but this kind of stuck out to me a little bit because you mentioned when you came back, you had to wait a little bit and you didn't get the shot right away. Did that make you feel any certain kind of way when you came back? Did that make you more determined, or were you understanding because of kind of what was going on since you had been sitting out, or were you angry? Did it take you a minute to be patient with it? Like, how did that feel? Because you did wait so long, and it, maybe you should have got the shot right away, but you did have to wait. Like, how did that feel for you?
I had to wait 18 months just to like get in the ring to train. Like, what is it to wait another 6 months to like get my shot? Something, an opportunity to go for the title is something that I never lost. That's one thing I will have to say. Like, this whole entire time that I was uh, doing other stuff that wasn't wrestling, it taught me a lot of patience. And it taught me that when it's my time, I'm going to make the best out of it. And I'm going to be the most effective at it. And also, like, and every time that I'm there, they're going to know I'm there. And that's the most important part. Like, that part of Thunder Rosa has not died. Like, people know when I'm there, they like it or not. And it's just like what happened in my just regular life. It's never, like I said, it's never straight road. It's always like so windy and thunderous. Like, so I just have to go with the punches and stay focused. And this is just how it is. And sometimes you think that's how it's gonna go, and that's your expectation. When I came back, I honestly was just blessed to be in the ring and just blessed to be able to do stuff with a lot of the talent right now. That, man, in the last 2 years that I was gone, they have like evolved and becoming better athletes, and we are at another like our women's division continue to evolutionize. I don't know if that's the right word. Or evolve, sorry, evolved, and you have to evolve with it too. Like, so I think that's like what I bring to the table. I'm probably one of the most veteran people in the locker room. Although I don't like to act that way, but I have a lot of respect for everybody that has been really like holding it together at AEW in the women's division. They've done an absolutely amazing job, and I'm very, very proud of all of them.
You speak about the women's division, which like, I think you guys get a lot of flack all the time. The AEW women's division, you kind of get, judged and picked apart in a crazy way. But you just had, the addition of Mercedes Mone to your women's division, which, kind of rocked the world when she showed up at Boston. It was huge. Talk about the significance of her joining women's division. How badly would you like to get in the ring and work with her? I remember the last time I talked to you and I was like, oh, dream match or something. You mentioned wanting to wrestle her before she was even in AEW. So talk a little bit about Mercedes Mone.
I think, and this is just not talking about AEW, but I'm talking about in women athletics in general, the fact that she is one of the most prominent and best paid female wrestler athlete in the history, that just sets a precedence for a lot of us, especially being a woman of color. She is a hustler. She is a go-getter. She is the type of woman that doesn't take no as an answer. And when she gets a no, she makes that a yes. So that to me is very commendable, because a lot of the times we feel that we have to take it and we have to take what they give us. But she she's taking a lot of risk, and a lot of them pay off for her. And when you see that, and when you see that you invest and you like bet on yourself and it pays off, regardless of the criticism, regardless of the setbacks, regardless of anything else, that to me is very, I admire that in a woman, in any person for that matter, but in her specifically. That could be, especially with men, they might say that she is, too aggressive, or like it will be thought of something different that is not in a positive way, right? And I don't see it that way. I enjoy having her in the locker room. She's been wonderful to me. Her team has been, I know a lot of people that she's worked with, and we've had previous relationships in at passing in other organizations, and it's really wonderful to see where she's taking her career, her own career, and she's taking her like the bull by the horns, right? And she's playing with music. She's doing Hollywood. She's very studious in the ring, and even with everything that she does. So she takes this very serious. And every time I see her, I try to like learn from her. And I don't know, it's like it is interesting to see, and it's interesting to see how she navigates this world, because of one of the biggest wrestling stars that she is. She gets a lot of flack from it, and it's just very, um, again, for me, it's a learning experience, knowing that she's been in the business for a while too, and she's been very successful. So and in terms of AEW, I'm just watching, waiting, and again, it's like it's everything's in cycle. So hopefully I get to work with her in a cycle. I will be very interesting to see storylines and everything, right? Where are we gonna start? Where's all this gonna start, or whatever? But um yeah, she's a great addition to the locker room.
I love that. I love that, hearing that, because you don't always know what goes on in the locker room. You don't always know what goes behind closed doors, especially people that are such stars. You never kind of know if there's going to be ego involved or just kind of different things. So I love to hear that that's not the case, and that you guys are all kind of supporting and leaning on each other. It's just such a good thing to hear. But yeah, you guys are in very different paths for different titles right now, which is also kind of funny. So maybe you will meet at one time, but I mean, who do you think's the one attacking her? By the way, that's really the question right now.
Well, it could be anybody. Remember this: when you're the big fish in the pond,
yeah,
you're trying to get them down. I mean, it could be me. It could be one of the dudes. It could be Luther. I don't know for what I care. It could be Nyla, because she was pissed about what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Who else? Serpentico.
It could be
anybody.
It could be anyone. There's a lot of angry people, you know what I'm saying, running around back there that just kind of want to fight people for no reason. RJ City, you know what I mean? I could see RJ's doing it.
It could be RJ City. He could be. I mean, she probably said no to his I can't even say
his
Hugh. Whatever.
Hey,
I don't know.
That looks like
AEW. So it could be him. I don't know.
Well, yeah, he's just mad because Renee dresses better than him all the time, and everyone always talks about it. So I could see him being angry enough to want to attack Mercedes of all people. You know, she's got great style. Hopefully, it's not RJ, because she would kick his ass. But moving on from that part of it, which is so funny. But yeah, I would love to see you guys at some point kind of hashed out in the ring whenever that happens. But that's what's so beautiful about it, is there's so many talented women that the options are kind of endless in that. You have the Julia, you have Willow in that storyline, and then of course you and Toni Storm, but Mariah's in the mix, Tiana's in the mix. Like, I just love that it's taking so many people, and the emotions there, the storylines there, that like I want you to win so badly on Sunday. I told you this before you came on. I was like, I'm so invested in it. And I think what's interesting, when you do become champion again, it's going to be a very different reign for you than it was in your last reign.
Oh, absolutely. It's like so much stuff have changed, and like you guys can see it right now. How the story's going, and even I guess again, even me as a character, I have evolved. Like, I have a voice. I found my voice thanks to the radio. I have my voice thanks to a lot of the tribulations that I went through for the last 2 years, and I sound like the Twisted Sisters, no pun intended to my homegirl Holiday. I'm not gonna take it. You know, I'm not gonna take. I'm not gonna take anything that I don't feel I don't deserve. You know, and that's just the bottom line for me.
So something I've always loved about you, and I love that mindset because I have the same mindset. It's just doesn't matter really because that's just my day to day. I'm not a wrestler having to beat people up, but something I've always loved and admired about you, even just in our friendship, is you're always one to like empower other women. And I just where you don't only say it, you put action to your words of saying it. Some people are like, oh yeah, I love women, I empower women, and they don't really do anything about it. You do so much to build up other women just in your life, in your personal life, in your work life, everything that you do. Where does that come from for you? Is that because of your own personal struggles that you've dealt with?
Yeah.
Is it
No,
so talk about that?
absolutely. That's what it was. Like in my career, unfortunately, some of the worst my worst enemies haven't been men, has been women.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a lot of the situation came from um uh enviousness. I think that's what it came down to.
Mm-hmm.
Or misunderstanding. Coming, they don't understand where I come from, or what are my motives to doing certain things, or how I um navigate in life, because of where I came from and how I was and how I was raised. And I think that really rubs some people the wrong way. Some women, I'm not gonna mention who, had been not very nice to me, but that didn't detract me from treating other women the right way, or at least empower them to um, be able to speak up when they don't feel respected by their peers. And that's male or female.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons why Mission Pro has been so important to me, and so important to all the whole team that works with me, because we want to make sure that other women are teaching other women that it's okay to be um, uh, consistent, and it is okay to speak up in a professional way, and where you express when you have discontent, when you express when you're happy, when you express certain things to elevate your career, right? And I think that's been very, very important. And I feel like now more than ever, that has been my main goal. Like, communication is key
Mm.
in other stuff. Even when there's misunderstandings and stuff, I feel more comfortable on having uncomfortable
Mm.
conversations. And my friends, my very few female friends that I have, they know, like, we all are very blunt, and we care for each other to the moon, and we're always very honest. And we try to help each other as much as possible. And just again, that level of honesty is very important. And I feel like growing up, like, well, a lot of the issues that we have, we weren't honest with our friends when, like, somebody didn't look good, but you just
Yeah.
tell them they look good so they can feel good,
Yeah.
and that's okay. But it was like certain things that shouldn't are not acceptable once we become older, right? And we have to be like, not be rude, but be able to, like, have those
Be real.
conversations with them. Yes, be real. But yes, I love being around powerful women that are not afraid of taking risks, especially here in San Antonio. I have a couple of friends that are, lawyers, that are artists, that are singers. I've been introduced by some of my male friends because they're reporters and stuff, and I created great relationships with the politicians. And every time we get together, we're always talking about um, our goals, like the things that we're working on, how we empower each other. And, like, in social media, we're always texting each other saying that we're proud of each other when they're having a gallery opening, or
Yeah.
there's like a singing event. We When we have time, we try to support each other, or travel to see each other succeed, because that's important too. And now I'm in a place in my life, and where I want to show support, right? And that's important to me. And again, there's been very wonderful people um, at AEW lately, that I've been very impressed by how kind they are. And like, honestly, like, Collision, when I started working in Collision, like, I saw, like, a huge difference. And they're very when somebody's going through something, we are able to, like, reach out to some people, and feel supported. So that's been awesome.
Yeah, that's such an amazing thing. I know someone big for you that you always talk about is Dustin Rhodes. Like, that relationship and like how much he's been there for you and mentored you? Like how lucky are you to have someone like that in your
Oh,
life?
he cracks me up. I was just with him yesterday and he's just like, he's so funny. He's like so sensitive and vulnerable sometimes, but he's also so hard headed and old school. I
Mm.
love him. He makes me laugh so much. Every time I have a crazy idea, he's like, "You are not doing that." And all of a sudden I'm like, "Oh, please." But but he always has an ear to listen to. And then when he gets real. And then he always shares so much and I appreciate it so much. I love him to death. That guy. I was so mad because he didn't call me back on his birthday, but 1,000 people call him. So
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
yes.
But still, or just like a thank you back. But I get it. It's a birthday kind of thing. I would love to see a mixed tag match with you and Dustin. We
I
just saw
know.
Willow
I
and
We
Edge
talked about
or
it.
Adam.
We talked about it. We fucking talked about it. He's one of the best, and he's been wrestling for 30,000 years at this point, like what 30, 40 years. And when he's out
30,000.
there, yeah. I always give him crap, but he looks so good. Like I again is working with someone like that and knowing like how you can see the transition from really old school to now is it's really awesome. And like what he's doing with the Rhodes Academy in Austin too.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be a professional wrestler, that's a good place to go.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, I listen. I would love to see it. I love the mixed tag matches. Like it's kind of, I think, such a for me. I don't know why I enjoy it so much. I just like to see the dynamic between a man and a woman like in the ring together. And it like
Hmm.
the one on Dynamite when you didn't know Willow was going to come out because she was hurt, but then she came in and like I loved her like chemistry that I would say she had with Adam because they were both like pissed off. And then I love that. Is I know you mentioned Dustin, but like, is there anyone else in the back that you would be like, I think we would work really, really well together? Obviously Dustin, but somebody else. Because I have someone in
Yeah,
mind
a
that I would
male.
love. A male, yeah.
I I mean, they always say it. Like, I would love to work with Rush. Rush.
Ooh,
He's so like he has so much energy. We both are very
yeah,
similar with that. If I was a heel, or I don't even know if it's a baby face, but that would be kind of cool.
yeah.
Um, I always, because this is a Lucha Underground thing
Mm-hmm.
with the Lucha Brothers,
Mm-hmm.
do like a Lucha thing, like a
That
three
would
on
be
three. That
cool.
would be really cool.
Yeah.
From I also would love to work. I love Daniel Garcia.
Oh my gosh.
He is brutal. I love him,
You'd
and
have to do
I
his
love to work.
dance. You'd have to do his little
I
dance.
just want him to dance for me. That's all. I don't even have to wrestle. Like, no, never. Just dance. Like,
Just
just grind on somebody's face.
it's so entertaining. I'm sorry. Anytime someone
Yes.
has like a signature dance move like that, like I'm such a like nerd fan that like that pops me every single time. With him, with Nana, like I'm just like I wait for it every time they come to the ring and it makes me excited. I think you could have like a cool little move.
Well, my tag team partner here in Texas, Juicy Ramones,
Mm-hmm.
we dance, what is it? Bailamos from Enrique Iglesias on our entrance.
Oh my
And then
gosh.
we like dance in the middle of our matches and then we do moves from like dancing. It's great.
I love that.
Yes.
I mean, I think I just think strictly because of your personality and your like this is for me attitude, like you and Eddie Kingston would just be so entertaining together because he doesn't give a fuck about anything and he just says it and I don't care. Like I don't know why. He just gives me the vibes. Like you and him would just be like the I don't give a fuck tag team and you just fuck people up and be like, okay, whatever, goodbye. We'll see you
We'll just
later.
chop everybody.
No bullshit.
Yes.
You'd be the no BS team. You know what I'm saying? Like no BS. Goodbye. See you later. But I love Eddie, so that's also why I'm biased. But yeah, I mean, what? Okay, so now let's circle back to Toni because this is really what we're here talking about. Because I want to talk about some other fun stuff. But what are we going to see on Sunday? Is it going to be super brutal? Are we going in, mindset wise, knowing what you know about her? Like, I just want to get this last point across from you. Like, how do you feel going in and what should we expect to see in the match between you guys?
You're gonna see a good damn fucking match. That's what you're gonna
a long
see.
pause. I got nervous. I lost
Yes.
you.
No, this is not someone that I don't know and I haven't faced and I haven't studied her for like over 2 years now. I know her moveset. I know she doesn't come alone.
Mm.
I know what the obstacles that I'm gonna be facing. So I really have to strategize very smart to get the results that I want to get. If I make one mistake, I'm literally done. Like, I can't make mistakes with her. I have to be very, very smart at what I do. So hopefully my passion and my eagerness to to become a champion again doesn't get the best out of me. But that's why I have to like sleep well and make sure that I rest well for this. It's a big, big weekend for me. I haven't been on a pay-per-view in 2 years. So I'm extremely excited, and I'm extremely blessed that God gave me the opportunity to do this again. And I'm doing it probably the most healthy I've been in 5 years, and that to me is so important. um uh, yeah, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a heavy hitting match, I can tell you that.
I like that you said healthy, because I know when you say that, you mean mentally and physically as well. Like, not just physically healthy, you need to be mentally healthy to get back in the same exact way. So that makes me super happy to hear, because I want nothing but good things for you, and you've always been crazy supportive of me. We've always had that kind of relationship where we don't talk every day. We don't have to talk every day, but you'll call me up and be like, "Girl, what are you doing? What's up? Like, what's happening?" And then we talk on the phone for 3 hours. We we just did your taco vlog together, by the
Yes,
way, which
you guys, when we get our second season, you have to watch. This is a must watch. You open up about everything pretty much, and you open your mouth and eat them tacos that were delicious.
Oh my God, they were
have some
so
margaritas.
good.
It was so cold.
It was freezing. And so just behind the scenes, right? So I'm leaving to go to the taco vlog. She's like, "Meet me at this place." I'm like, "Okay." I get into the Uber, and she's like, "Well, I hope you have a jacket, because we're eating outside." I don't have a jacket. I didn't know we were eating outside until I was already in the Uber. So we show up, and you're in a parka jacket, like wrapped up, and I'm literally in my little mesh, like freaking turtleneck, like cute little crop top, like ready to eat some tacos, but not realizing I'm freezing my ass off while we're eating tacos. So I'm like shivering through every answer. But we took a shot at tequila, and then I was okay.
It was fine. I got sick the next day. I was super sick.
You did?
I got so sick. Yeah, I had I had a flu. Like, I had the flu on Sunday. Was it?
Oh,
yes.
man.
Yeah, because I did the Busted
that
Open party,
Saturday.
and then I got really, really sick. Yeah, I got really, really sick.
Hopefully not from the tacos, because I was fine.
No, not from the tacos. I was just like, Sunday, I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I am not getting up. Like, this is not happening. It was horrible.
Oh, I should have called you. I didn't know you were sick, but I mean, you did tell me I was the best guest you've ever had in the taco vlog, so I feel really great about it.
Yeah, it was good. You're so easy to interview.
Yeah, because I don't shut up. This is why it's hard for me to interview other people, because I can't stop talking because I get so excited.
No, it's good. It's good.
But thank you for always, being a support for me, going through this whole year and stuff like that. You always do check in. So that's why I love you so much, because some people preach women's empowerment, some people preach support, and some people actually go through with it and are actually follow up and do care. And you've always been that kind of person. So I love seeing good things happen for you. And I pop every time you come on TV. I was popping very hard last night when you went flying through the air.
I did.
In the face, and the
I was so like the adrenaline was pumping so hard. I almost fell, and I ran through him, got in the ring, almost fell another one, and then it's just like, it was so much fun to like paint her face. Yes. It was actually one of my most favorite moments at AEW. One.
I mean, and your hair is different now too. Like, are blondes having more fun? Because,
well, this is like semi-blonde. Like, I mean, this is my natural hair on top, and then like the bottom. A shout out to the rock and roll salon here in San Antonio, Texas. Yeah. Patricio, Pat. Yeah, he's been working with me for over 6 months now, and he's, making it work.
I see all the pictures on Instagram, and they're like bomb. I'm like, I should start
with him,
because
you should. He's really good.
My hair's looking a little bit lame, but I'm not on TV, so it's fine. I'll be okay. So one last thing before we wrap, because I know you have to clean your house, you told me. So you squeezed me in on a day where you have things to do. And you have a big match coming up. No big deal. You do have to prepare, but I'm just like,
I have the big match, and then we have the show the day before here in Mission Pro. I have to prepare the whole show, and it's been a lot of work too, and we're super excited. This is the most tickets we sold in a long time.
Wow! Awesome.
We're running against another show here in town, and we're running against Fiesta. So people are supporting, and it's been really fun. So I'm excited too. So I have to like do the packing. I have my new gear here ready to go. I have to do
Nice.
packing for Sunday. I have to take care of these dogs, and then I have like all the team comes and stay in the house here in for Mission Pro. So I have to make sure it is clean before they get here.
Yes. Well, Mission Pro's amazing. So, it's a testament to you of like how far it's come and like how big it is, and like the women there are all moving on to other places, which is, I'm sure for you, has to be such a rewarding thing to watch happen, because you believe in all of these men and women in Mission Pro so much, and they love you. And I've been there, when I've been there I commentated a match or two, no big deal. And I've seen it, and it's really such an amazing community, and it's such a cool thing to be a part of. And you're just happy there. It's just a positive environment. So I think it's nice to have places like that in a business where sometimes it's not always super positive. So that's just a testament to what you're doing. Just saying.
Thank you, Gabby.
I'm nice sometimes. But anyway, so it's 2024. It just started being 2024. And I always like to ask this question. I mean, it's already April, but to me, the year just started. AEW aside, in the stacked women's locker room that you have, like, what can we expect from you this year when you do win the championship back on Sunday? And who, it doesn't have to be AEW, just in general, because I ask you this always when I see you, because your answer always changes. Who's like your dream opponent right now that you're like, before I die, before I retire, I want to somehow get this person?
To answer the first one,
yes,
you're gonna see you're seeing like small changes in Thunder Rosa as the weeks progress, because it's just like Thunder Rosa is just like a person. She doesn't stay still because she doesn't like to stay stagnant. So this year you're gonna see a lot of interesting stuff with Thunder Rosa, and I'm excited about that. In terms of who I want to wrestle, Sarah Stock works with us. She's one of our coaches. I want her out of retirement. I have a match with her because she's like the person that influenced me to become a professional wrestler when I first made the decision. Yeah, she has a lot of similarities with me. She's uber talented, and when she used to wrestle, like some of the stuff that she was able to do, it was incredible. She's an incredible talent that I don't feel. She was very underrated, and I would love to like just get in the ring one time with her and have a match. I know she will whip my ass, put me on a fucking pretzel. She's great.
Do you think it would ever happen? Do you think she would come out?
Anything can happen in professional wrestling. Who knows?
Oh, that's true. That's such a professional wrestling answer, by the way, that you just gave me. Anything's possible in professional wrestling.
No, anything is. Like, literally, you can never say never.
Oh, that's a Justin Bieber quote, by the way.
Or Justin Bieber. I feel so sad.
Why do you...
No, because everything that he's gone through, like, I've been watching a lot of like Quiet on the Set, and like all the scandals that have been happening has been really sad.
You've been watching Quiet on the Set, because we should have just talked about that for the past 5 minutes.
Oh, I know. Drake lives in Mexico now,
It's insane. Oh my God. Now I want to talk about that, because I'm obsessed with stuff like that. Are you big on documentaries, like in general? Like,
yes. Lately I've been, because I'm trying not to stay on my phone, like just on Instagram. I watch a lot of documentaries on my way to, because I take so many planes. So I watch probably 5 or 6 documentaries. One of them was Quiet on the Set. I found it on Twitter.
Yeah.
I watched everything in one day because I had so many. Where was I? I was going to Toronto. So I was just like on the internet, like, oh my God. This is so good. Yes.
It's insane. It's literally insane. I watch most of it on TikTok because it all pops up on my TikTok. And now, your For You page changes to like bad things. Like, I'm into crime docs. So now my For You page is always like murders and like horrible things. So like I'm trying to sleep at night and I'm just having terrible dreams because the last thing I'm watching is like her husband,
the other one that I watched, Wendy Williams. What happened to Wendy Williams?
Oh my gosh. I saw that. It was the saddest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my God. I feel so sad. I was so sad. Then during that time I was reading Britney Spears' book. That's another one. There hasn't been an official Amanda Bynes, but I was like, going on the rabbit hole, and I was just like, oh man,
it's bad. And like it makes me so sad because when I was watching the Wendy Williams one, I was like, I don't feel comfortable even watching this. I shouldn't be able to see this. Like some things are just too far. It's like not helping either one of us that I'm seeing this side of you. Like it felt so wrong. And it's just that's the scary thing about not even just Hollywood, but just like social media in general, just the way people come at people. It just, I mean, obviously, that social media is a cesspool when it's not doing anything positive, but it's so scary to me. It blows my mind.
It really does, but that's what fame, that's what drugs, that's what mental health can do to you, and
Yeah.
that's why it's so important that if you have the means and if you have the resources and if you can find the resources to find the help, because one day you're on top, the next day you are on the absolute bottom of the
Bottom.
cesspool. Yes,
Yeah.
and you can't get out, and like it's sad. It's really sad what um when people don't have the best interest in you, that they take advantage of you. And that happens to a lot of us. Like people will do that, that's why you have to be very careful who you trust, and like who you really open up to, because you never know if they will, even like their own families. That's another thing that it was sad, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Listen, all right. And then before I go, it's just something positive that I want to shout out. Someone you also know, someone I love, Nyla Rose. We support you. And I thought all that bullshit with Oklahoma just like really angered me. And I know AEW supports her and stands with her. And I know you do as well. Nyla Rose is probably one of the kindest, sweetest, most welcoming people I've ever met in the business. And every time I see her, she's just such a great human being and I love her. So this is this is me saying, I know you have your own relationship with her, but just shout
Yeah.
out to fucking cruel idiot people that ignorant, whatever, Oklahoma. Like I never will look at Oklahoma the same. I'm never going to go to Oklahoma now because you guys suck. And I didn't like that happened, but and I
No, I
know
mean it's the reality is that there's a lot of things in our country that are happening that um we will never think that will happen again, and because of everything has changed from decades now, and our society is different, and everybody has different opinions about things. Like things like this, I just was like, well, I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
and it now is translated to professional wrestling.
Right.
So that is why it is very important that everybody stays informed, that you get your sources from different places to
Yes.
see what's happening,
Yeah.
to read why it's happening, and understanding come from an understanding place instead of from a judgmental place when things like this happen. And like but there was like a completely overwhelmingly support for Nyla Rose yesterday. I was reading a lot of the stuff. I was reading the laws. I was reading and stuff. So it's again, as an adult, as a active voter, it is important that we stay alert and we stay informed. And regardless if you are in the left or the right, make the right decisions, and really think about everybody's well being.
Yes. It's such a good message and it's so true. And she's so strong and brave for always being open about herself and always being so steadhard in what she believes in. And that's why I've always respected her and I love her so much. So that's just me saying I support Nyla at the end of the day. And I'm happy AEW does as well. And everybody was super overwhelmingly supportive for her, which I love to see. So as much as social media does kind of suck a lot sometimes, and there's a bright light where people do come in to support for each other for certain things, and it's not the worst thing in the world. But Thunder, thank you so much. I could probably talk to you for 3 hours because we gossip, and
I mean,
a
there's
lot of
so much more
bullshit.
to talk about, but we can do another interview another time.
We'll do it again, and we'll eat like I'm gonna when you come to New Jersey, if you ever come back, I gotta take you for like some real pizza and like some real Italian food, because the tacos and stuff, and like you took me to some good food like that, but you don't know the Italian food like I
No,
do.
I don't. I haven't eaten pizza in New Jersey in a minute. There was one place called Spositos that I love. The minestrone soup, so good. Now you go back.
Listen, I'll invite Deanna too. She's a Jersey girl. I think the three of us could hang out and mend all of our problems together.
No.
No? Okay. Well, I tried.
I mean,
Deanna,
I told you not to, and I told you not to pick sides, but
I'm not picking sides. I love you both.
all right. Well, if it's food involved, I might go.
Food
Just because
bends
there's food
everyone.
involved.
Pizza brings people together. Okay, I'm sorry. Especially, I think good pizza can make two people hate each other, in my opinion. So I'm going to make it happen. We'll make it happen. But thank you so much for the time. I know you're super busy. I'm excited to see you win back that championship on Sunday. I will be watching, and it's going to be a very hard-hitting match from what I've heard and what I've seen from you, even just on this interview. I'm excited to see that new version of Thunder Rosa kind of spread her wings in AEW right now. I'm excited for you.
Yes. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And don't forget to follow Gabby on all her social media and Brand Army too.
Yes.
And the more you listen to this podcast, the more opportunities she has to get sponsorships. That's how we make our money on our, podcast.
Wow, you should be my manager. I don't even plug myself that well. This is why I keep her around, guys. This is why she's my girl. And then look out for our taco vlog coming very soon because it's a very good one. We open up about a lot of stuff, so it's really interesting.
Follow me on YouTube at Thunder Rosa 22 on all my social media and thunderrosa.net for new content and everything else that is happening in my life.
Do it. Just go do it right now. And then follow me too, obviously, at Gablespisa on Twitter and Instagram. All the fun things. But Thunder, I love you so much. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you. We're going to get this for everybody.
For everybody. All right. And everyone listening, thank you so much for the time. We will be back next week. And until then, LYMNB, love you most, no backs.